So this is the codeblock.exe 16.01 version. Different versions are available. You can use any, as it again I am telling that it is open source, freely available on the internet. You can download it from the internet and install it. Now the installation of the code block, first you need to download it. I have downloaded it on my machine. Okay, so 16.01, this version is there. Double click on this setup application file. Code block installation is start. No password or no key is required here for the installation. Simple installation as we install any other software. Already I have installed it on my machine, so I am not going to install it again. Only I am going to show you. Double click on it and start your installation saying yes. Okay. After installation of this code block, here you can observe this is the code block logo shortcut on your desktop. Once this shortcut is available, you can open it. But before that, there are some steps we need to do along with this. Okay, what are these steps? These steps are also given here on this in this drive. Okay, how to include graphics files in the code block. Only installation of code block is not sufficient. Along with that, we need to do this one. Okay, so I am going to read it in short one by one and tell you how to do it. So how to include graphics.h? So we are doing the graphics practical. We are going to use all the graphics commands here, and that's why graphics.h header file is required. In the code block, it is not available by default. Okay, in the code block, it is not available by default, and that's why these three header files are given here. Graphics.h, library libbgi.a, and winbgim.h. So these three files are extra required here. Now how to include these three files in this graphics? Okay, so these three extra files are required when we perform the graphics related function with the code block. Now see here in this file which is on the drive, how to include graphics.h in code block. All these steps are given in detail. Okay, compiling graphics codes on Codeblocks IDE shows an error cannot find graphics.h. Okay, when you install and try to compile the graphics related any function, it shows the error that cannot find the graphics.h. This is because graphics.h runs is not available in the library folder of Codeblock. So to successfully compile graphics code on Codeblock, set up WinBGIM library are required. So where these files are available? So for this, to set up graphics.h in Codeblock, first we need the three library files. So download WinBGIM from this website. Okay, so once you click on this website, okay, here it shows download WinBGIM here. Once you click on this, the zip file will be downloaded where three files are available, and these three files are here given. Okay, so this library or zip file will be downloaded once you click on this one, download WinBGIM here. So after this, extract it, you will get these three files: graphics header file, h file, libbgi.a, and WinBGIM, also another header file. So these three files you will get here with this after this extraction. Once you get it, and these are already I have uploaded on the drive, so not necessary to go to that particular website and download it. Already it is given here on the drive, so you can directly use it from the drive. After this, once these three files are available with you, the next task is that go in program files where the code block is installed. In that, the include directory is there. Okay, so in that you have to copy this graphics.h and winbgim.h. so where to download, I'm going to show you here. So that three files, whatever you have downloaded, among that two files, graphics.h and winbgi.h, that two files, copy it and open program files, code blocks, min.gw, include, and here copy paste that files. Okay, so already I have pasted here, so I'm going to show you. These two files are here. Graphics.h file, it is here, that h file, header file, and winbgim.h, it is copied here. So what you need to do here, that two files, graphics.h and winbgim.h, copy that files in program files, code blocks, min.gw, include, copy these two files. Okay, once you copied these two files, the next file, that is libbgi.a, then again copy that in the code block min.gw, in library lib, copy this file. So here you can see libbgi.a, it is copied here or paste it here. Okay, so these three files you need to copy here in the code block directory which is in the program files. After installation it is created automatically, that you know that after installation that folder is created automatically. So in that folder, in min.gw, in include, first copy these two, paste these two files, dot header files, and in lib paste libbgi.a file. Once you complete it, okay, now you can use the code block, but again there is another thing, or you can start with the code block. Now open the code block. I am going to open the code block. Okay, okay, open the code block. Shortcut is created here on the desktop, so open that code block. If it is not created, then from the all programs you can find here the code block, and from that also you can open it. Okay, the code block is available from here, also you can open it. Now this is opened here, code blocks. Okay, so once open the code block, another settings are required here, and that are also given in this PDF. What are these settings? Open code block, go to setting, compiler and linker setting. So I am going to show you here. Okay, so settings, okay, compiler and linker setting. So according to the PDF, first what we have done here in the code block, settings, compiler and linker setting. Now here it is already done by me on my machine. For you, first time you will see here blank both the sides. So linker libraries, add, okay, add, then choose that libbgi.a path that we have copied. So where it is? It is in C drive, program files, code blocks, min.gw, lib and libbgi.a. Okay, and then open it. Okay, click on open. Once you open it, path will be copied here automatically, not necessary to copy the path from there. What I am done here, see once again, add, from this browse that path where libbgi.a is copied, program files, code blocks, min GW lib and libbj.a. Okay, open it and then this path will be copied here. After that, at this it is here because I have written here. That one is also given. Okay, it is given here all these things whatever I told you. Add library, so add path this, and then at this right side other linker options. Step number 7, in right part other linker option, paste this command. So copy it from here and paste it here. Copy it from here and paste it here. It is shown here, it is copied. So on my machine already I have copied it. Okay, you can see here, this one is copied here. So copy it here and then say okay. Then only you can execute the graphics commands on the in the code block. See, in Turbo C already it is available. But why we are using the code block? Because code block, it is a user interface provided by the code block. In Turbo C, user interface is not provided. You can see here the results or the errors, whatever output here in this output window. Errors if any, compilation errors, etc. You can build it directly using the menu. They are given here. The buttons are given here. You can create your own projects here. And here you can see all the files together. One by one you can open one files and you can execute it. So code block provide the user interface, and that's why we use the code block. But for that you need to apply all these steps, then only you can execute it. After execution, see this, we write the program for graphics. Okay, once you execute the program, okay, another last step is here. Once you execute the program, it shows again the error, or it goes to the directly to the graphics.h file, where on line number 302, okay, whatever there, replace that line with this one. Okay, replace that line with this one. For which purpose this is? This is the output window size. Okay, left 0, top 0, int, right int max, int bottom, int max, to show the output window. Okay, so in the graphics.h, automatically when you execute this file or any graphics program, simple program, once first time only, no time you do all these things. They add all these 9 steps you need to perform the first time only. Once you complete all these 9 steps, not necessary to do anything at the after this. Okay, so once you click or execute your build your program, it shows the error with the graphics.h. So in the graphics.h at line number 302, you need to copy this line as it is. Replace the line whatever there in line 302 with this one. So it is shown here with this. At line number 302, you can see here. At line number 302, you can see here, it is replaced with this one. Whatever given here, it is replaced with this one. That is the next last step. And save the file. That graphics file, you can save it from here. The save option is given here. That is. Next. In this way, all these steps you need to follow the first time only when you execute your graphics program through the code block. Okay? I will show you. File, new, empty file. It is created here. Okay? Once after creation of this file, first save it. Give the name to that file as for demo. And save it with .cpp extension. Instead of .c, save it with .cpp extension. If you save it with .c, it gives the error of stream. So instead of that, save it with .cpp, then say save. Okay. So you can see here the name of the file. Why we save it first? Because the code block, as it provides the user interface, it gives the color codes, so that it with the color code it is easy to check whether we are writing it correctly or not. So we start with hash. Another help which is provided by the code block, it automatically gives the name of the functions or methods which are directly available. So include, we required here graphics.h header file. Okay. Graphics.h. Next, int main. Okay, you can observe here once I enter the starting bracket, okay, automatically it create the end one. That is the system provided by the code block. int gm. I write it first here and then we'll explain you. Semicolon is important. After every statement, we are writing the CPP program. Okay. So already you have studied the pointers in C. What it provide, ampersand, if we write it here, the address. So see here what I have written here. int gm and all these things again. Along with that, one thing is there which is given on the Moodle, that the WinBGIM manual. Okay. So this manual also give you the help related to the graphics. All the graphics related functions are given here. Okay. So this one I have written here, int gm. What is this GM? So GM, it gives the graphics in header file. It required this. These three lines are important when you write any graphics related function, or when you are going to execute any graphics related function. So graphics mode, GM indicates graphics mode, and GD is for graphics drivers. So drivers are important when we execute the graphics related function. Automatically detect these drivers and execute the graphics file, or the header functions, or header file provides all these functions. Okay, the header file provide all these functions are provided by the graphics.h. So many functions are there. Automatic functions are available. So that functions are available, but these are provided by the header file, and for this we need to write all these three statements. int given from graphics mode, it select the graphics mode. Graphics drivers, it detects the graphics driver, and init graph, it is used to initialize the graphics system. Init graph is used to initialize the graphics system. So ampersand GD, it provides the address of this graphic driver. Ampersand this GM, it provides the address of the graphics mode, and 0. So here we write it 0 because it automatically detects the parts, this code block. Why? Because the graphics.h we are copied in code block WinBGI, that two files we have copied, correct, in include. And that's why here we write in turbo C, we need to write here the path. Okay. For example, like this, in double quote C colon whatever, the TC turbo C and lib bgi or the bgi, that path is required to be provided when we use the turbo C. In code block it is not required. We can write here only the 0. So these three are very important. One or the lines we require every time when we execute the graphics file or the graphics commands. After that, get ch for which purpose? For keyboard click detection or keyboard mouse click detection. Once we click, it stop that. Then close graph function to stop all the functions started. Close graph is used. And then as we use int main, we require here return 0. Okay. Now I am going to compile it and then run it. So here build compile current file. Once we compile it, automatically save, or you can save it from here. You can save it from here. From these are also provided. Options are provided. Once you compile it, next you can run it from here, or you can run it from here. Okay, two options are there. You can run it from here, or the direct button is given. So you can observe here what happens here. This exe file is executed and this window is created. Window BGI. For which purpose WinBGIM is used? For this purpose. It creates the output window. WinBGIM, it creates the output window. Window BGI you can see here. Click, we is going to stop it. So that is the simple window we have created. Output window only. And we initialize the graphics commands, mode, graphics drivers, initialize the graphics mode using init graph. Okay. So here we declare two variables gd and gm, and you have to write it for every program. Detect is used to detect the graphics.h header file. Get ch help us to wait until a key is pressed, keyboard key or the mouse click. And close class function closes the graphics mode and return the statement return value 0 as we use here int main. Now, so that is the output. I am going to show here the simple program, simple demo programs here. After that, I write here two variables I am going to take here. Int x is equal to 200 and y is equal to 200. And I use here the all graphics functions are given. Among that, I am going to use here out text, which is out text xy. What it performs? At this position xy, it output the text given here. Okay. So I am going to write here out text xy. Okay. Out text xy at position x, y, I, hello world. Then the semicolon is important. So that functions, all functions are given here. The format is given here. Out text xy at position xy, display this one. So I am going to again every time when you make the changes, you need to compile it first. If you not compile and directly run it, what happens? It shows the previous result. So hello world. Where it is printed? It is printed at the position which is I have given. Correct? That I have given the position x and y. Okay. So that is about this. Next, I am going to draw here the simple line function I will show you. For all things you can take the help from here. The line function given here. Line int x1, y1, x2, y2. whatever the values you have given for x1, y1, x2, y2, accordingly line will be printed. Or here you can directly write here line in bracket 4 values we need to give here. x1, y1, 50. Suppose I give here 100. So x1, y1, first point on the line, and the end point of the line I am given here 200, comma 250. Semicolon is important. And then again build, compile it, and run it. Line is printed. By default its color is white. By default its color is, it is the starting point 50 and 50 from x direction, and what value I have given here 50, 100, 200, 250. Okay, 50, 100, 200, 250. Okay, so this is about the x and this is about the y. First close it so that we can execute the next one. That is line. Another way to execute the same line, I give here the value int x, x1, x1 is equal to 50, comma y1 is equal to 100, x2, y2, and these values I use here. That is x1, y1, x2, y2. Again we'll compile every time when you make the changes. First compile it and then run it. Line is created here. Next, suppose I want to give color to this line. Okay, so set color function is there. Again you can take this function help from here. This PDF is on the Moodle. You can use it, set color, int color, or you can give the name to this color directly. So set color in bracket suppose I give it red. So you can observe red color is there. Red is not so much visible. So I give the another color yellow. Shows the yellow is not. See what happens? I have not compiled it, and that's why result. Compile it and run it. Okay, capital value we need to give for the color yellow. The line you can observe, it's a yellow line. What you observe here, yellow line. So this is the simple line. We can use in the way circle. See what are the values we require for circle. Circle we need to give the x and y coordinate, the starting point and its radius. Okay, midpoint of the circle and its a radius. So I give here the circle values, circle in bracket 300, 50 and the radius 50. Okay, radius we need to give here for the circle, and then we'll compile, run. The circle is printed here at position 250, 300 and 250. X is 300 and y is 250. So in this way circle is printed here. Next another one. Multiple lines you can draw, multiple values you can display using the out text. It is possible. From this circle, ellipse also you can draw. A rectangle one. Rectangle. For rectangle you need to give left, top, right and bottom. Okay. So I write here void rectangle. Void is not required in this main we use. So rectangle. Actually it takes some time on my machine, but when you start to write RECT, so at that time it gives the function which is available in this automatically. Okay. It takes some time on my machine to give it rectangle. Left, right, top and bottom values we need to give here. So I give the values at 200, 300. We'll check 500. How it shows. Build, compile. So rectangle is here. It is out of boundary 400 something I think. So rectangle is printed here. I change this 500 bottom to 300. 300, 300, sorry, same value I have given here. Okay, so the rectangle is created. In this way, all the functions whatever given here, maximum function you can try here, different colors you can give, set values, ellipse, text style also you can apply here. This is by default functions which are provided by the graphics.h header file. Show you. So for 2D, for rectangle I am going to show here. Same you can do for the line. Line is simple. First I take the values x1, x2, y1, y2. Okay, so for triangle we require 3 points. Okay, 3 points are required, x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3 to draw the triangle. Now this value we are going to take it from the user. Okay, so user is going to enter the values. Before that we are doing it 2D transformation. So here use the annotation. This is our screen. Okay, this is our screen. So when we are doing the 2D transformation, we require x and y coordinates, correct? So for x and y coordinate, we need to write or draw here the line like this on this plane. This is for example x coordinate, okay? And here we need to draw another one, okay? That is y coordinate. Now to draw this line x coordinate and y coordinate, what is required? This is our output window, correct? Window BGI that we show as a output. So to draw this line here, okay? For this one, first we draw this one or first we draw this. So for this line, x line, what we require? X, this is from x, okay? This one, and this is y coordinate. These are x coordinate and these are y coordinate. So here we want to draw the line. So what is the first point of the line? X point is 0 because it is here. And what is y? It is mid of this one. Okay. What is y? It is mid of this one. So to draw this line, what points we required here? First, we require x1 as a 0 to draw this line, and first we require 0 as x coordinate, and y coordinate, what values require y1? It is mid of this one, okay? It is mid of this one. How to get it? For that, the function is get max y. The function is available which get the maximum value of this y from here to here. Divide by 2. Then we get this point, okay? And what is this last end point of this line? It is last x coordinate, correct? So it is get max x, and what is y1? Same. It is y2 is same. It is half of this y coordinate, that is get max y divided by 2. Similarly, to draw this line, okay, what we need to do here? This x is here. It is mid of this x, and y is the starting point. So the x coordinate or x1 is get max x divided by 2. This is x line. We require its mid. So get max x divided by 2. And what is y coordinate? y1, 0. Now for this point, okay, for this point, again it is get max x divided by 2. Get max x divided by 2. And what is y? It is maximum of y. So it is get max y. Okay. So using this one, we draw the line indicating x coordinate and y coordinate, so that we can apply the reflection. For reflection, we require x and y coordinate, correct? For scaling, it is not required. For translation, it is not required. For rotation, not required. For reflection, we reflect through x-axis or y-axis. And for that, we require this line to show that reflection. And for that, we get max x and get max y functions. Now see, I am going to draw it with this init graph. I draw the line using the function line. The first, I'm going to draw the horizontal line. For horizontal line, x1 is 0, y1 is half of the y1, that is y, get max y divided by 2. And what is x2, y2? Get max x and y2 is same. Get max y divided by 2. The semicolon. I'm going to execute it to see whether it is correct or not. So half of the line is created here. Why? By using the get max x and get max y. Similarly, I draw the vertical line. Zero, comma, get max y as it is not 0. First get max x. It is vertical line, correct? Half of the x. Get max x 2, comma, y is 0 here. y1. Same. Semicolon. So again I compile it. It is created. I'm going to draw here the triangle. For that we require 3 points, x1, y1, x2, y2, and the user is going to enter the points for the triangle. For that, the user, I use printf enter the points of triangle. User is going to decide the triangle. The color you can set, already we have set, color is not used here, so I can use here set color at any point to set the color. By default, scanf the through user. The fixed values we are going to take here, integer values. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. 5, 6, okay. And then once the input is taken by the user, we are going to draw the triangle. Okay. So see here, we want to draw the triangle. Where we want to draw the triangle? We want to draw the triangle here. I'm going to show it on notation again. Suppose this is our screen, which is divided into x axis and y axis like this. We have already done. Now we want the triangle to be appear here. The triangle to be appear here. And for that purpose, we use the functions again get max x and get max y function. So that the triangle appear here, the line, whatever the triangle line, these 3 lines, it should be greater than get max x divided by 2, correct? This is x value. So it should be greater than x max divided by 2 here in this way. And this line also get max y divided by 2 minus, okay, less than this one, greater than get max x divided by 2 and less than get max y divided by 2. The triangle should be in these coordinates, correct? And for that purpose, what we require, all the values that we are going to insert x1, y1, x2, y2, all x values greater than get max x divided by 2 and all the y values should be less than get max y divided by 2. Okay, so that the triangle appear in this corner. For that purpose, see what I am going to do here. Line x1, y1 we are using. So it is get max x divided by 2 plus x1. Okay, the first line that I'm going to draw here. Get max x divided by 2 plus x1, comma, get max y divided by 2 minus y1. Okay. The second point, x2, y2, correct? So it is here. That is the first line. I'm going to draw first all the lines. Then the second line, x2, y2, correct? And third one, x1, x3. Second one is x2, y2, x3, y3. X3, y3. And the third line from x1, y1 to x3, y3. Or opposite you can write. Save, build, compile, printf. Okay, printf scanf error occurs. Why? What we need to include here? Anyone? Header file is missing here, correct? And that's why it shows the error. You can use printf scanf, no issue. Okay. So here these lines are printed and enter the points of the triangle. So I enter here 50, 60, 100, 150, 200, 50 will show, and then say enter. Something is missing here. It appears here only because in the code block we use this function or this get max x and get max y function, and we divide it in such a way that it appears in that corner only, or in positive x and positive y direction only. Okay. So in this way you can perform it. Perform the operation on the original triangle only. Okay, don't change its value. Perform it on the x1, y1, x2, y2 only, whatever given here. So that is the simple demo you can use here. In this way, switch case statement and perform the operation. It's a simple. Do two programs at least, one for line and one for the triangle.